Hello, I'm TheNerdySteve and welcome to my movie review channel. If you like what you see, I'd appreciate you liking, commenting, or subscribing. Today we'll be reviewing Will Gluck's One Night Only in One Take. So, let's go. In a world where single people are only legally allowed to have sex one night a year, Allie and Owen need to figure out how to spend it, and decide if it will be with each other. This movie has been memed a lot online over the past couple weeks, and I get it. It's a little bit of a ludicrous concept, but sometimes that makes for a good movie. So, is this a good movie? Well, I certainly enjoyed myself, and I was not expecting that. This is presented as a rom-com, and I think that does a disservice to the film, because is it the most romantic film I've seen? No. The tension between the two leads is hardly there. They have some chemistry, but it doesn't really develop until the end of the film. And there, it's palpable. However, for 3/4 of the movie, it felt mostly like an acquaintanceship. There wasn't really any longing or sincerity. Their first meeting together is anything but romantic, and that sets the film in a very specific direction. Not one I hated, but I think some might be disappointed by. Because again, it isn't romantic. It's more like, here's two people, let's see how often we can have them randomly meet before we see if they truly hit it off. And the second component of this is the comedy part, and I think the film was more successful here, but again, I wish it was funnier. There are a lot of gags and scenarios that are outrageous, and the jokes land. I think that is what works for me the most. The movie, when it tries to be funny, is. There aren't any parts where it isn't successful in what it's trying to do. I just wish it tried more often. And with a movie about sex, I was anticipating it to be a somewhat large part of the film's comedic nature. I was genuinely surprised with how much nudity there was. There was a lot more ass on the screen than I was expecting. I think this really endeared me to the film. There's a certain realistic levity it has. Now, that being said, I think the film's entire premise, premarital sex being legal one night a year, was totally not worth it. Not only does the film spend a decent amount of time justifying and explaining it, but it doesn't really matter. The movie could have easily just been, it's Valentine's and everyone wants to get laid tonight or they'll be really sad, and the stakes would have been the same. It just never felt that this needed to hook up with someone with such a huge driving force for our main characters. Again, an interesting concept, but I think the wrong movie was made in this world. A sci-fi film about the government being able to monitor all adults this closely would have felt more grounded than a rom-com in a somewhat dystopian-esque world. Overall, I was entertained by One Night Only. I wasn't expecting much, but it gave me so much more than I was expecting. It wasn't as romantic or as funny as I wanted it to be, but I don't think it needed to be. It told a nice story about this man and woman and how they found each other through all this mess. It flowed very quickly and I was never bored. No scene overstays its welcome. It's a little messy thematically, but that won't stop you from enjoying it. I think if you're looking for a nice little love story to turn your brain off to, this could work. I'm the Nerdy Steve, and thank you so much for watching. And as always, like and subscribe and comment below to tell me how right or wrong you think I am. Have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.